is going to be some powerful information that I took notes on quite a few times. I mean, one of the biggest things that I want to talk about, guys, is it doesn't matter how many times you've heard a training, whether you've heard it the first time, whether you've heard it, 100 times. It doesn't matter. It's not about what you've heard. It's not about what you've been exposed to. It's about how many times that you're able to get the information and really absorb it, so that way you're able to duplicate it. Remember, this is a duplication business. We get paid to be able to duplicate a system into our team, so that way they're able to grow and prosper and do the same exact thing. So understand something, guys. Whether you've seen this once, twice, or you've never seen it before, take the notes, understand exactly what's going on, and number one, learn with the intent to teach. Learn with the intent that you're going to teach somebody else as soon as you get off this webinar. You want to be able to duplicate this process as quickly as possible. If you want a team that just runs away from you and not crawls away from you, then you need to be able to expose them to this information. That's number one. And number two, always take copious notes. It's a science, guys. It's a study that the brain only retains about 5% of the information that you hear the first time. So take copious notes, underline things, do whatever you got to do to remember certain things. And we're going to go ahead and get this training kicked off. For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Justin Jwill. I'm a six-figure earner. I've been in network marketing now about 3 years, and I've been able to retire myself and my wife because of this industry. Very blessed to work with this team. I've had an incredible journey, but what's more important is we've been able to help literally hundreds of people be able to change their situation and change what they have going on. So with that being said, I'm going to dive into the training for tonight. We're going to talk about the 7 absolutes. And these are the 7 absolute things that you need to do as a network marketer in order to have success in our business and what we do. So number one, guys, let's dive into this. Attend the Fast Start training. So if you've never been on a Fast Start training or a Getting Started Right training, that is the absolute key to your success. Here's the reason why, guys. All right, it's incredibly important because these are the basic building blocks that you need in order to be successful with your business. They teach you how to build a business, the correct way to build a business. See, there's a lot of different ways and a lot of different things that work, but just because it works doesn't mean it's going to duplicate. Again, if you want your business to run away from you, you got to be able to get a group of people to do a little bit. It's not about getting any one person to do a lot. If you're a great salesman or a great talker, that's great. That's great for you. But the problem is not everybody is you. So you want to be able to teach people in a way where things are going to be able to duplicate. And those things have to be taught very simply. And those things have to be something that has been working, whether you're states away, whether you're in Florida or Miami, doesn't matter. Whether you're 5 generations, 10, 20 generations deep, all right, or whether you're somebody that's sitting right here in the city attending a live event. It doesn't matter, guys. Whether you watch a live webinar or you're live, you have to have a system that's going to duplicate across the country and across the world, okay? And so attending the Fast Start training, we have a Getting Started Right training on wealthgen.info. If you haven't been on wealthgen.info and seen the Getting Started Right training or the Fast Start training that Mr. Rangel does or myself does, guys, hop on there. We're going to have a ton of leaders that are going to be putting their information on there, and this is stuff that's from those that are having success. Not it might work, not possibility, not maybe somebody was successful one time. This is information that comes from people that have a track record of success, all right? Mr. Rangel has a 7-figure income to back up the information that he puts out, guys. And so obviously we want to duplicate that information. Whether you're live or online, make sure you get a Getting Started Right packet or a Fast Start booklet. You can go to wealthgen.info, click on the VIP Blueprint tab, and you can print out a Fast Start training or a Getting Started Right packet, all right? So make sure you get those within your first 24 hours. Now, the key is making sure you're duplicating this with your team, with every single person, every single partner that you bring on board, and you want to be able to do that as fast as possible, okay? The faster you get people involved in the training, the faster they start building their business correctly, because everybody starts to build their business right out of the gate. Everybody's incredibly excited and ready to just tell all, and I'm sure you guys have been in that situation where somebody just explains the entire business and they just vomit all over people, right? They don't even know what they're talking about. They're literally ignorance on fire. That's great, but the reality is it doesn't really work, all right? You don't know what you're going on. You don't know what you're saying. You don't know what you're doing. So if you want to build a business successfully and professionally, then you have to be able to build it by using a system. Remember, system stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. So that's what you want to do. You want to follow a simple duplicatable system, and you want to duplicate that with every person that you get started as fast as possible. All right. You want to be able to attend every training. That's number 2. Attend every training and every conference call, okay? The reason why is, guys, you never know which training or conference call is going to be the one that changes your life. It doesn't matter how many times you've seen or heard the information. You want to make sure that you attend every single event, all right? Because you don't know what's going to go on. You don't know how it's going to affect you. The second reason is, understand something. If you need the training or you need the meeting, guess what? All right, if you have prospects or somebody to show, then you need the meeting. If you don't have anybody to bring, the meeting needs you, okay? It's always more powerful to have a webinar. It's always more powerful to have a live meeting where there's a ton of people that show up, okay? Think about it. If you want to have your prospects on there, you want to have a ton of people showing up, or you want to have a bunch of people where there's a lot of excitement, guess what? You got to be the person showing up when you don't have a prospect, okay? Because the prospects don't know who's a prospect and who's a member and who's a business owner. They have no clue. They just see a lot of people on the webinar or a lot of people at a live event, and they see, man, something's going on here. Something's exciting. I got to see what this information's all about. But imagine if a prospect showed up and there was only 5 people on the webinar, or there was only 5 people at a live meeting. Do you imagine how boring it would be, how absolutely dull it would be? All right, so it's so incredibly important that you promote every single training and every single event and every conference call to your entire team and every prospect and every person that you possibly can think of, all right? Now, understand, if you're building the business, you want to be able to do 2 to 3 events per week, all right? And 4 to 10 three-way calls per week. That's very doable, guys, all right? 4 to 10 three-way calls per week, 2 to 3 events a week if you're part-time. That's very doable. I used to do this, and I know Mr. Gomez does this, working 70 hours a week, guys. I used to work about 50 hours a week, and I would do 2 events a week, and I would for sure do about 4 to 10 three-way calls a week, every single week, like clockwork, guys, okay? So get everyone on your team to these events every single week. Remember, this is a 52-week commitment. I teach people how to build this business 2 hours a day, working 5 days a week, okay? It's very, very doable to build this business 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, all right? Very simple. Now, understand, it doesn't mean you're going to get rich overnight. It doesn't mean you're going to, all of a sudden make $1 million. But the reality is the average person's looking to make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month working part-time from home. That's life-changing, guys. We talk about that all the time. That takes care of debt. You can go on vacation. You can travel. You can build up some funds. You can start leveraging that money in the market. I mean, you can do a lot of things, guys, with an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. That's literally life-changing. But understand something, that this is a 52-week commitment. So for those that want maximum results, you got to understand that you got to put your head down, you got to put your blinders on, and you can't be turned on by every shiny red ball that comes out there, guys. There's a new company popping up about every 5 minutes in the network marketing atmosphere. Most of them are going to fail. That's the reality, guys. So if you want to have success, the most successful network marketers know how to sit down and radically focus. They know how to sit down and focus on what's in front of them. Focus stands for follow one course until successful, okay? Follow one course until successful. So sit down, put your blinders on, and let's go to work for 52 weeks. I dare somebody to be around. I bet that I will bet my check, if you stick around and you do these activities for 52 weeks, that you will make a residual income. I bet you money, all right? It hasn't been anybody that I know that hasn't been able to do that by following the commitment. Number 3, you want to do 4 to 6 presentations per week, guys. All right, understand, we get paid for 3 things. We get paid to put ears on phones, we get paid to put eyes on screens, and we get paid to put butt in seats. What does that mean? That means we get paid to put people on 3-way calls. We get paid to put people on live webinars. Okay, we get paid to put people on live presentations, in an office or in a Starbucks or at a home meeting. Guys, understand, presenting the business is what we get paid to do, all right? You can't be an undercover agent, all right, in network marketing. It doesn't work that way. We get paid, all right, to be able to get this information out there to the masses. Closed mouths don't get fed, guys. So understand something. The more presentations you do, the more money you're going to make, point blank, all right? This is a numbers game, all right? You want to make money, you got to go through the numbers. It's very simple. Understand something. You got to be willing to fail your way to the top. All right, you got to be willing to do a lot of presentations. Here's the reality. Not everybody's going to get started on a presentation. The reality is the average person signs up about 3 people for every 10 presentations that they get somebody in front of. That's reality. 2 to 3 people are interested for every 10. So that means you're going to fail about 7 out of 10 times. That's 100% okay. Guess what? Those multi-millionaire batters, those multi-millionaire professionals in baseball, they get $1 million contracts for striking out 7 out of 10 times. And you can do the exact same thing right here in network marketing. And all you have to do is show presentations. So 4 to 6 presentations a week if you're part-time. All right? You want to have your upline do the presentations for you. Those count for your 4 to 6 presentations. The best thing you can possibly do, guys, is have a third-party expert. The reason why is it takes away all the stress off of you for having to present. You don't have to feel like you're selling or convincing somebody. And now, more importantly, you're showing your prospect a duplicatable system. Understand something, guys. You're training your prospects from day one, all right? The moment you introduce the prospect to the business, you're training them, even though they're not even started yet. They see what you're doing, and they're automatically thinking, man, number 1, can I do that? Number 2, is that something I want to do? And number 3, will you help me do it if I make the decision to get started? They're automatically thinking that subconsciously, guys. You got to understand something. You got to make this incredibly simple. And by leveraging a third-party expert, imagine you're showing somebody a presentation, and all you have to do is say, hey, you know what? Take a look at this link. I'll give you a call in 20 minutes. Or take a look at this presentation. Press play. Tell me what you think. Now it's simple. Anybody can do that, and anybody can do that literally like 5 minutes after they get started. The next thing is you get a third-party expert now that presents for you, and now you have somebody breaking down the business for you. See, anybody can do that. Anybody can say, press pay. Okay, great. Now I'm going to introduce you, and I'm going to edify this person. All right, I'm going to introduce you to my expert, and they're going to break the business down for you. Anybody can do that, and now, more importantly, the prospect understands that, hey, they can build this business right away. Now they're confident in going out and building the business because they know all they have to do is leverage third-party tools, all right? If you're full-time, you want to do 2 to 5 presentations per day, all right? 2 to 5 presentations. Now, what do I mean by presentations, guys? Presentations can be showing somebody a live webinar. It can be getting somebody on a 3-way call. It could be getting somebody to a live event, a home event, a Starbucks meeting. It could be doing a flip presentation. It could be having the presentation on your cell phone and you're showing somebody with your cell phone going through it. It could be sending somebody to wealthgen.info so they can watch the presentation, or wealth600club.com. Guys, any way you show the business is presenting the information. That's doing a presentation. I used to be in a company back in the day, and they called it STP. Show the plan, show the plan, show the plan. Everything in network marketing can be solved by showing the plan. Let me give you an example. You don't have enough people, show the plan. You're not making enough money, show the plan. We have a coded bonus that pays you weekly, guys. Show the plan, show the plan. All you have to do is show the plan more. Guess what? Not everybody's going to get started, but some people are. Some people will get started. So the more you show the plan, the more you're going to make money. If your downline's not listening to you, guess what? Go show the plan some more. If you have people quitting, go show the plan some more. Showing the plan solves virtually almost every single problem in your business. So how many times you're showing the plan is going to directly reflect how much money you're going to make and how fast your team grows and your momentum. And I want to give you guys a little tip. Understand something, that there's about a 60-day lag period. All right, so whatever you're doing, whatever your check looks like today, whatever your team looks like today, guess what? That's not a result of yesterday. That's a result of what you've done 2 months ago. So understand, if you want your business to explode, you got to go to work now, not later, because it takes about 2 months for the momentum to catch up. So whatever you're doing right now, that's going to dictate your paycheck about 2 months. And this is what's funny. Most people quit the business within 30 to 45 days. Most people quit network marketing. And that's funny. They quit because they don't see the results. I'm telling every single person that you really don't see results for about 60 days, guys. You got to be willing to work for 60 days consistent, all right? You got to do it correctly, consistently, and long enough. And the reason why it's long enough is because of the lag time. So understand, if you want your check to look amazing, you got to start doing amazing work now, all right? Number 4, you want to do 2 contacts per day. You always want to be meeting new people. Remember, we're in the business of talking to people. That's what we get paid to do. The more people you talk to, the more presentations you're going to be able to show. All right, so you want to make new contacts a day. It doesn't matter how you meet a contact. A contact could be meeting somebody at Starbucks. All right. A contact could be meeting somebody online on Facebook or Instagram. A contact could be a family member, a friend, a coworker, a neighbor. It doesn't matter, guys. Anybody is a contact. You want to make sure you meet 2 contacts a day. The easiest way to meet a contact face-to-face is go stop by a gas station. There's always somebody at a gas station. Go to the mall. Go to a Starbucks. Go anywhere. Doesn't matter. Just meet somebody, guys. All right? Go out there and look for people with light in their eyes. You don't have to pitch every single person. Making a contact doesn't mean you're pitching them the business. It just means you're making a contact. You're making a friend. You're making an acquaintance. All right? So get people's phone number so that way you can build a relationship with them and introduce them to the business. Now, if you want to offer the opportunity right there, great. Go ahead and do that. But there's nothing that says you have to do it. Guys, I look for people with light in their eyes. All right? It's kind of like a dog. You know, when you go look at a dog and the dog's growling and he's like, oh, and he's barking at you and he looks like he's going to bite you, are you going to pet that dog? Probably not. But if you go up to a dog and he's wagging his tail and he looks like he's friendly, guys, you're going to probably want to pet that dog. People are the same way, all right? Go up to people that have light in their eyes. Go to people that look sharp. Go to people that look like they're friendly. You don't got to pitch and meet every single person, but understand people is the business. So you do have to meet new contacts a day. I recommend minimum, guys, 2 contacts a day, all right? People you know, people you don't know, doesn't matter. Just make sure you talk to people about your business. You want to do 4 to 6 contacts a day if you're full-time, minimum. If you're part-time, 2 contacts a day. If you're full-time, 4 to 6 contacts a day. I can tell you guys this. I personally meet at least a minimum of 30 new people a day. Minimum, guys. I meet 30 new people a day. You guys want to know how I created a 6-figure income? Meet 30 people a day. I once heard the best piece of advice. They said, if you're not trying to talk to 100 people a day, you're not really in it to win it. If you're not trying to talk to 100 people a day. How simple is it with social media to be able to talk to a lot of people? Guys, it's so incredibly simple. I can literally message like 100 people in 30 minutes, guys. All right? Literally, I can message 100 people in 30 minutes using my cell phone. Okay? No application, no special trick, just me literally using my cell phone, guys. All right? So the point is, always be meeting new people every single day. Okay? The more people you meet, that's more people that you can introduce the business to. Go the plan, right? Number 5, personal development. This has been probably the biggest thing that has impacted my life. I can't even tell you guys how much this has impacted my life. All right. I once heard that if you do this business, if you do network marketing, even if you don't make a dime, all right, the person that you're going to become a year from now, you're going to need freaking binoculars, man, to see the person that you used to be, because the person that you have to grow into to do this business, guys. All right. Understand, okay, personal development, you want to read 10 pages of a good book a day. If you're not a reader, great. Listen to 30 minutes of audio a day. We have audio books. Guys, most books are free on YouTube. All right, you can hop on YouTube. If you go to wealthgen.info and you click on VIP Blueprint, guys, there's millions of dollars of personal development for free for you guys in the team. Millions of dollars of information. There's so many books and audios and self-development in there. It's ridiculous, and it's 100% free. We put that together for you guys. The top leaders put that together so that way you're able to have access to every single thing that we do, so you're able to get the same exact results. Some of the books I recommend: Think and Grow Rich, The Science of Getting Rich, Building an Empire, Outwitting the Devil, Cash Flow Quadrant, okay? Any of those books, guys, your first year in network marketing, okay? Any of those books you can read. Go Pro is a phenomenal one, all right? You can go on Amazon and pick up these books. You can get the audio books. Understand something. Success is something you attract by the person you become. One thing I realized, guys, a lot of people tend to recruit down. Majority of people recruit down, meaning they recruit people less positive, less ambitious, and less sharp than they are, because it's easy. It's easy to go talk to the bum about the business because you think that the bum needs it. But here's the reality, guys. Most people that are broken busted are broken busted for a reason. Most of those people are going to be negative about your business. Most of those people are not going to understand. Most of those people are not ambitious and sharp. That's why they're in the situation that they are. Now, not everybody's like that, but most people are like that. So why would you spend your time trying to recruit the bums when you can go out and recruit champions, guys? Recruit up. It's easier to recruit up. Now, let me tell you guys something about recruiting up. Success is attracted to success. Champions are attracted to champions, and leaders are attracted to other leaders. Now, how do you attract people? you need to become a leader. You need to attract success. So it's easier to personally develop yourself, become a champion, grow into a leader every single day, raise the bar, and now you're going to attract the people that are already there. Okay, you're going to attract people to come to you that are already sharp and already leaders because you raise the bar to yourself. So understand something, guys. It's easier to self-develop yourself, become a leader, than it is to go and recruit down and try to attract bums to your business, and your business barely even grows. It's easier to become successful and become a leader, guys. All right. So number 6 is attend and promote all big events, guys. Attend and promote every corporate event, every Super Saturday, every regional, every launch. Never, never, never miss a major event. One time, my sponsor, all right, my sponsor told me, all right, my mentor, he said, look, the only reason to miss an event is if you got a funeral and you're the one in the box. Other than that, never miss an event. Guys, I can't tell you how many times I've called off of work. I can't tell you how many times I've missed family events. I can't tell you how many times that I was supposed to go do things that were way important, like going to a court meeting or going to whatever, guys. There's so many times that I blew that stuff off, okay? And sometimes there are consequences with that stuff. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes you're going to get smacked down by life because of that. But I'll tell you what, it was worth it. Every single event that I went to grew me as a person and grew me closer and closer to my goals. And now I was able to retire my wife and myself at the age of 27 or 26, something like that. And I've been able to do this business now for the last 3 years and spend every minute up with my daughter and never miss a beat, guys. I've done that because I've went to every single major training, every single event. When my mentor told me I had to be there, guess what? I didn't make excuses. I just made it happen. Because there's two kinds of people. You either make it happen or you don't. You either give energy or you suck. You suck energy. Either way, all right? And here's the reality. You will sort yourself. That's the best part of this business. See, we're in the business sorting people to get started, but once people get started, guess what? They sort themselves. They make up their own excuses. Every excuse is the same to me. Doesn't matter. Your car broke. You got to work. You can't find a babysitter. You don't have enough money. It's all the same. It's an excuse. You didn't make it happen. So stop making excuses and start making it happen, because that's what the champions do. That's what the 6- and 7-figure earners do. If you want to have the lifestyle and you want to be able to have the things that they got, guess what? You got to start doing what they do on a daily, consistent basis, guys. So again, never, never miss those events. Number 7, you got to make a decision to be here, guys. Be here a year from now, okay? Follow all the 6 steps of the 7 absolutes, because those are the 7 absolute things you got to do. Put your head down for 1 year and grind, guys, all right? Understand that success doesn't come overnight, all right? If you owned a Pizza Hut, if you owned a McDonald's, if you owned any other multi-million-dollar business, you probably wouldn't spend $1 million and then decided after 30 days, oh, this doesn't work. This is a business, guys, no different than those things. You got to be willing to put in the work. You got to be willing to understand the business. You got to be willing to understand what's going on with the business. If you own a pizza and you didn't know how to turn on the oven, and you didn't know how to open up the cash register, and you didn't know how to unlock the front door, wouldn't it be surprised that you didn't make money? Probably not, guys. Probably not. So understand, this is no different. This is a business. You have to be willing to learn the business. You have to be willing to understand exactly what's going on. All right? The golden rule is you got to do this correctly, consistently, and long enough. All right? It's not that gyms don't work. People just don't go to the gym and put in the work. It's not that universities don't provide degrees. People just drop out, okay, and don't do the work and don't study and don't show up. You got to make a decision that you're going to be here no matter what. You're going to do this until. If it takes a month, if it takes 6 months, a year, or 3 years, make the decision that you're going to go until. Until what? Until it happens or you die trying. Period. Again, you're building this business part-time, guys. 2 hours a day. Are you kidding me? If you can't figure out how to get 2 hours a day to build this business, guys, there's something fundamentally wrong with what you're doing, all right? If you don't have enough time now, when are you ever going to have time? If it's not this, then what? If it's not now, then when? So make a decision to be here a year, 2, 3 years from now. Make a commitment. Make a decision that you're going to do what it takes. You're going to be a professional. You're going to learn from the professionals. You're going to make a decision to follow what those that are having success are doing before you decide to take things in your own hands. before you decide to do things your own way. Because trust me, it's hard to reinvent the wheel, guys. All right? It's much easier to follow the path that has already been carved out for you, and all you got to do is do exactly what we say to do, because we're telling you all the things that we did wrong and what not to do, what works and what doesn't work. So make a decision to follow that information, and you'll be successful in your business, guys. I appreciate everybody logging on to this webinar. I hope all you guys are having success, having a phenomenal week. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to add me on Facebook, Jwill Retire You, or Jwill. I'll get back to you guys if you have any questions. Let's go to the top. I'll see you guys all at the top. So I appreciate everybody logging on and seeing this information. I'll see you guys at the top or from the top. This is Jwill, and I'm out.